Hello there, this is CANWAN Kenan from Kenan Plays, and today we're going to play part 14 of Sickness. Alright, let's try and load the game. Anyway, before that, I just want to have a quick announcement. From now onwards, my video will be around 20 minutes, just like a typical anime. So, not too long, not too short. I hope it's just nice. Alright, let's start the game. Hey, ice this way, you bastard and bitches. So they're looking at me now. And alright, look, you two can argue all you want once we leave, but the only way that's gonna happen is if you pay off your debt here and now. Understood? Thai couple just, we're gonna kill you, you bitch. The owner didn't say a word, he simply disappeared in the next room with one assumed goal. Damn, that was easier than I thought. Maybe I'll make a good lead collector after all. Come on, you didn't follow the guy. What if you start to escape or something like that? No intimidation, no knife waving, no blatant trash, just a logical statement telling them how to get rid of us. No, that was just naive. This is going way too smoothly. If he had the money, wouldn't he just have paid up instead of making us hound him? True, something's wrong here. Well, check, bang. Alright, you bastard. You want me? You come and get me. Just as the thought crossed my mind, the restaurant owner burst back in the room, shotgun in hand. Shit, I knew this was going too well. Honey, what are you doing? What does it look like I'm doing? I told you I'll handle this, cause I'm Thai. Oh, you sleazebag. Hand over whatever you collected today and get out of here. Oh no. We haven't collected anything yet. You're our first stop. Idiot, don't tell him that. No money, huh? Well now, isn't that a problem? Waving his gun around, the Max smirked as he taunted us. We were at an obvious disadvantage and no amount of bravado would change that. I wonder, what do you people usually do to those who can't pay? Hum. Maybe I should cut off your hands, like the thieves you are. While I looked around the restaurant, trying to find an escape, Marcus clenched his fist. Don't get cocky, you asshole. You may be a male, but don't get cocky. Marcus, stop! A pang! Sucks to be you, Marcus. Whoa, did he just lost his hand? No, it's just he just bent it, right? The second Marcus charged forward, our target fired, blowing Marcus' stomach wide open without hesitation. He should have shot his head or something like that, right? Then it will be headshot. Marcus' body hit the floor, unmoving. The regrettably unfamiliar sight of pooling blood filled my eyes. Hey Marcus! I tried calling out to Marcus, but I received no response. I'm pretty sure Soho didn't say, hey Marcus. He probably said like, hey Marcus! I'm too relaxed for this scenario. Anyway, the music's quite epic, it's quite nice. I move closer, place my hand on his shoulder, and weakly pushing him for a response. Marcus, can you hear me? Back up, kid. If you don't want to end up like a friend, you do as I say, the Thai male says. The owner crept forward, getting a closer look at his work. I kept my eyes on Marcus, discreetly keeping track of his shooter's vicinity as the man closed in on his victim. Please, Marcus, speak to me. I say back up. You better back up, man. If not, I will Thai punch you. I'll Muay Thai you. Says the Thai male. Alright, look like our good friend Soho just slashed him in his neck or something like that. Hey, this haircut is pretty weird from this angle, eh? Friending an emotional goodbye, I drew the shotgun-wielding man closer, careful not to let him catch me glancing at him. The moment he was within striking distance, I abused the window of opportunity Marcus' sudden death has granted me, slashing his shooter's throat immediately. What? Did Marcus just die? It's quite sad, right? He dropped his gun, unable to hold both it and his throat at the same time, and I moved in to finish the job. Cold-blooded stealer and stole his Thai girlfriend. Most probably he stole his Thai girlfriend. Sparing no time for my fallen partner, I coerced the waitress at gunpoint to take me to their safe out back. Cash in hand, I fled the scene, moving to my next mark for the next day without delay. Shouldn't you call like Andy to come to clear up the scene and try to save your friend Marcus or something like that? I moved from target to target, completing the day's work with ease. Before I knew it, I had completed my last stop for the day. Wait a minute, what about Marcus? You just left Marcus there? What an asshole. They didn't even give me a choice whether to save Marcus or not. I would have saved Marcus for sure, you know. But even then, after completing a day full of solo ventures, I felt neither happy nor relieved. I had continued working not because the work needed to be done, or because I felt obliged to finish what I started, but because I simply didn't know what else to do. Marcus is dead. Are you sure he was shot right in front of me? I was right there beside him. I couldn't do a thing to help him. As the lead collector, I should have thought things through. I shouldn't have let us get into that situation to begin with, true. But the most worrying part is, it could have just as easily been me. While I tried to convince myself otherwise, I was in just as much danger as he was. I could have died there and there, and at the next stop, or even this very seat. The waitress could have poisoned my food, for all I know. The chef could be loading his shotgun. I've been flirting with death this whole time, high on the thrill of getting paid to intimidate random strangers, never truly realizing how messed up this kind of life is. Yes, it's quite messed up, and you just left your friend who saved you and covered all your crap to die, and you just go about your daily business. That's quite weird, right? If I keep this up, I might really die. Yes, and you lost your friend, and come on, you have no brother love or something like that, man. Whoa, this is a new picture. Oh, Andy is like dot. Walking through the dark corridor, and he's nervously glanced behind, cautious of where he was being led. Move it. Whoa, this Cyclops over there. Hey you, Cyclops. Whoa. Yes sir, and the guide continued to urge him forward, allowing no chance of escape. Upon passing the heavy door which awaited him, Andy was greeted by a single man. That should be the boss, with long hair. Nice to see you, Andy. Good evening, sir. As Andy spoke, the presence behind his back shifted. Although both men spoke kindly, there was an unmistakable sense of malice and unease in the air, of course. Andy, my friend, let me cut straight to the chase. I want you to explain to me why that runt Marcus has been making your collections for you. I can understand you would want to bring Marcus along with you as part of his training. That makes perfect sense to me. What I don't understand is why you let him take the lead and go off on his own. The presence behind Andy shifted once more, this time inching closer and closer. I hope Andy doesn't die too, you know. That would be quite sad. I want to make sure he had what it takes. Throwing him head first, you know. Is that right? Or are you just lazy? Well, obviously he didn't have what it takes, otherwise he'll still be alive, wouldn't he? What? What are you talking about? I just saw him. He was shot this morning conducting a collection. No, that's impossible. He is. Lucky for you, his partner wasn't hurt in the process. His partner? Wait, you're telling me Marcus is dead and that Brad actually survived? How is that lucky? If Marcus is really dead, that is definitely his partner's fault. Oh, really? Just yesterday, the incompetent Brad left Marcus alone to go on some bullshit vigilante trip. Hey, how did they know Soho was going on a vigilante trip? Now, when he was supposed to be taking lead, Marcus wind up's dead. Nobody can do this job alone, let alone with an unreliable partner. Nobody can do this job alone, huh? Sorry, boss. What's so funny? You said nobody can do it alone, yet this incompetent Brad managed to do just that. Instead of making excuse of crying over his partner, he avenged his death and completed the day's work. Whoa, Soho finally gained some trust in the big boss. You this nice long hair boss, sexy boss. And he stared at his boss in disbelief. unable to swallow what he was hearing. You are really defending him? Of course, you are the slacker, making some lowly recruit go and do your job for you, Andy. You are the slacker, you know. I still got talent, and this boy has it. Marcus did not. Oh crap! I can't believe Andy died too. I really hope Andy and Marcus didn't die because they really helped Suho gain a better life, right? You son of a... Whoa, this is quite a scary face, eh? Andy attempted to lunge at his boss before he could so much as take a step. The presence behind his back made his move. Andy was thrown on the ground effortlessly with a blade embedded on his back before he could retaliate. Huh, same old Andy, huh? Sai, twist your blade, would ya? Whoa, this boss is quite scary, eh? Understood. I could imagine that, right? Like twisting the blade and causing much more pain to Andy. So Andy will be like, you know, you bastard. You sprout all this shit about employee being your family, but the second we became inconvenient. Again? Alright, he started bending his blade. Hello? They're not being inconvenient. They are just checking you, slacker, man. If you're slacking, you know, you should answer to the boss. You are punching and punching away all day while you ask some random kid to collect your stuff. Come on, man. You never did understand, did you, Andy? You're not my family. Marcus was not my family. My family are those who understand loyalty and discretion. Loyalty, huh? Like you know the meaning of that word. Sai, you just can't help yourself, can you? Sai, we're done talking. Oh no, don't kill Andy, please don't kill. Actually, it's quite good that they kill Andy, right? If Andy and Marcus is dead, wouldn't that mean that Suho, you know, there's no weakness that he killed his boss or something like that? That's great, right? Alright, death to Andy. Death to Andy? That's quite sad. On the same day, Suho lost his friends Andy and Marcus, but he gained favor in the sight of his boss. Once again, returning home early, mostly because I had nothing to do with my free time, I went through the usual motion of my return. I received a warm welcome from my sister, showered hide my more suspicious purchases, and finally settled in for the story of her day. Come on, so Suho didn't go and, like, you know, make out with the Thai girl or ask her out for a date or something like that? That's quite sad, right? Usually, I'll just sit around and nod as Sarah told me about her friends at school, what subject she had, and what she had learned, none of which interests me in the least. Today, however, Sarah began playing detective, and for once her brother Darius is all ears. Oh, I talked to Lucia today. You know what she said? My dear sister, half the time I don't know what you are saying. Wait, why does the name actually sound familiar? Well, the name sounds familiar because it's the name of the girl you saved. Lucia, is she your friend? You don't remember? She's the girl on the news, you know, the one saved by the vigilante. Right, I remember now, saved by me. Or rather, how could I forget? Her name slipped my mind after what happened today, but the girl herself wouldn't soon be forgotten. Anyway, I asked her about what happened near our school yesterday, but apparently one of the attackers knocked her out, so she don't remember much. Alright, at least Lucia is quite loyal. All she could really confirm was that the vigilante rescued her and disappeared without a trace. Knockout, huh? Well, that's one way to get people to stop asking questions. Sarah's giving this girl too little credit. But is that it? A full day of interrogation? Surely Sarah got more out of her than that. Does she know anything about the police investigation? I know it's only been a day, but have they made any progress? Hee, I've got your attention after all. Apparently the vigilante didn't leave a trace. No murder weapon, no fingerprints, no sign of forced entry. He just vanished into thin air. Alright, really? I mean, I didn't take a weapon with me. I did take the weapon with me, and I didn't break in, but no fingerprints? I didn't wear gloves. I'm sure I touched at least the floor during my scuffle with the second attacker. Did Lucia clean up after I left, or do I just have a knack for crime? Whatever the case, I'm not behind bars, so I guess I could have done it. I couldn't have done too badly. Anyway, enough about that. How was your day? Most probably Lucia cleaned up after that. She seems like quite a nice person. You're back early today. Did you change shift or something? Right. I lost my friend and so on. So, as far as Sarah knows, I'm still working for Mr. Murdo, pulling a long, physically demanding shift at the damn warehouse. I guess it would be easier if I told Sarah that my hours have changed. At least I'll have more freedom to come home and go as I please. More freedom to come and go as I please. But do I really want to lie to my sister any more than I already am? Well, lie, change the subject, do something perverted. Hey, you're not giving me a choice, right? You're not giving me a choice, right? Of course I will choose the third one. What are you talking about, right? Of course I'm going to do something perverted. Well, that's one way to derail a conversation. Ladidar? What's Ladidar? What the hell are you doing, bro? It's awfully hot in here, isn't it? What, taking out your shirt is doing something perverted? That is perverted? Oh, okay, I'm not sure if it's classified as perverted, but I'll take it, you know. Not even remotely. Come on, join me. Wait a second, what are you? No, stop that, I don't want to. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, did Shoho just strip his sister? Okay, that is perverted. I'm sorry, guys. NCA, there should be some rating on this game right here. They're much better. Oh, what the you pervert! Most probably I got negative Sarah points over there. But whatever. Anyway, you know what? I want to go back. Back a bit, and I'll print screen. That's weird. Seems like I can't print screen here. Don't worry, I'm using a Mac. I can still print screen in other ways. Alright, I print screened. I thought I wanted to print screen to like save in the, what's it called? In the Steam. But honestly, can't you ever just be straight with me? Maybe not. If something happened at work and you don't want to talk about it, just say so. Well, seems like she noticed it. But it's quite weird, right? Stripping your sister. That is very weird. If only it were that simple. But the stuff I don't want to talk about is nothing like what she's expecting. Rather than keeping quiet out of embarrassment or awkwardness, I'll do so to stop Sarah from being an accessory and not to relive such a terrible event. Even so, I do owe her some kind of explanation, and my work hours will probably continue to shift in the future. I better prepare Sarah for what's yet to come. Well, I was going to wait until the change was finalized before telling you, but I changed position at work. Struggling to avoid my sister prying gaze, I attempted to phrase my excuse so that it wasn't technically a lie. I did change position after all. True. Just not at the same workplace. True. Change in position? She's getting suspicious. You mean like a promotion? She bought it. Hey! Well, yep, something like that, little sister. That's great. It's about time they recognize how hard you work. Just you watch. Before long, I'll have a cushy office job where you can choose your own hours. Smart. Soho is smart. Yet I wish I may have to spend a better half of the day yet killing time, but the day I get paid to do is still a long way off. Paid to do so is still a long way off. Still, I do prefer Sarah's optimism in her skepticism. I'll take overly enthusiastic and unrealistic over gloomy and suspicious any day. Well, true, I will take that too. Anyone will take that too, right? Alright, now they go to bed and they can sleep together, hopefully with clothes this time. As the night progressed, I continued to string my sister along, remaining as vague as I could. I don't want her to get too used to the idea I'll be back early. At the rate things are going, it's entirely possible I end up working different hours. After all, while I might not have been the sharpest tool in the shed back in high school, I do understand my new role in the new world and the path is leading me down. Well, it's leading you down to death though, if you're not pro enough. In a very short amount of time, I've gotten from high school student to a killer. I watched people die, I watched my partner die, I killed, and one of these days, the one to die might be yours truly. Well, at least he's smart enough to notice that. So until my life regains some sense of stability, I can't afford to tell Sarah the truth or to get her hopes up. All I can do for her now is to continue providing and to stay alive. True. You need to stay alive, man. Alright, are they gonna sleep now? Okay, the next day. That seems like a good place to stop. Thank you for staying with me. Well, I'll continue this at part 15. Thank you for staying with me and play through part 14 of Sickness. I'll see you at part 15. Thank you for watching. Alright, bye. Whoa. Did you get scared? Well, subscribe to my channel and I promise you'll never get scared again. Or watch more videos and you will be able to find your peace in life.